Acid rain is a term used to describe a specific type of precipitation that has a higher acidity level compared to normal rainfall. This phenomenon occurs when certain air pollutants, primarily sulfur dioxide, SO2, and nitrogen oxides, NOx, interact with water molecules and other compounds in the atmosphere. These chemical reactions result in the formation of acidic compounds, such as sulfuric acid, H2SO4, and nitric acid, HNO3, which are then incorporated into the precipitation. The increased acidity of acid rain is a significant environmental concern, as it can have far-reaching consequences on various ecosystems and infrastructure. While the specific causes and impacts of acid rain will be discussed in more detail later, the essential characteristic of this type of precipitation is its elevated level of acidity, which sets it apart from the slightly acidic nature of normal rainfall. Emission of air pollutants, sulfur dioxide, SO2, is primarily released from the burning of fossil fuels, such as coal and oil, in power plants, vehicles, and industrial processes. When reacted with atmospheric moisture, SO2 can form sulfuric acid, H2SO4. Nitrogen oxides, NOx, are produced during high-temperature combustion, for example, in vehicle engines and power plants. Atmospheric reactions, the SO2 and NOx molecules react with water, oxygen, and other compounds in the atmosphere to form sulfuric acid, H2SO4, and nitric acid, HNO3, respectively. These chemical reactions occur when the pollutants are carried by air currents and mix with water droplets in clouds. Precipitation of acid rain. The acidic compounds in the clouds are eventually washed out of the atmosphere as precipitation, resulting in acid rain, snow, or fog. The pH of normal rain is slightly acidic, around 5.6, due to the natural presence of carbon dioxide, CO2, in the atmosphere. However, acid rain has a much lower pH, often between 4.0 and 5.0. Ecosystems, leaching of essential nutrients from the soil, leading to reduced soil fertility, disruption of the plant community, affecting the overall food chain in supporting species, decline or displacement of herbivores and their predators due to changes in the plant life. For example, a pond is affected by acid rain, and the water inside has a higher acidity level. As a result, the microorganisms and fish, which are the primary producers and consumers, die. Additionally, the animals that prey on the fish from the pond will also perish. Consequently, the ecosystem of the pond is disrupted and destroyed. In Europe, acid rain emerged as a major environmental crisis in the 1970s and 1980s, particularly affecting Scandinavia, Germany, and the UK. Pollutants from industrial activities and coal-fired power plants in Western and Central Europe led to widespread damage, with thousands of lakes becoming acidified and forests die off in places like Germany's Black Forest. The 1979 Convention on Long-Range Trend Boundary Air Pollution helped reduce sulfur dioxide emissions across Europe. But acid rain remains a persistent issue in parts of Eastern Europe that continue to rely heavily on high-sulfur coal. Acid rain also became a major concern in northeastern North America during the same time period. Pollutants from Midwest U.S. industrial and power plant sources crossed borders into Canada, acidifying thousands of lakes and streams and contributing to the decline of tree species like red spruce. The 1999 Canada-US Air Quality Agreement facilitated significant reductions in emissions, but acid rain continues to impact some sensitive ecosystems in the northeastern U.S. and eastern Canada. While improved, the legacy of past damage and ongoing emissions in certain regions mean acid rain remains an environmental challenge for both Europe and North America. Reference list, Wikipedia. 三课有